Hi there, I'm Amanda Cromhote from Truth. Welcome to the Blind Loyalty Challenge. We interview world experts in loyalty blindly. We're hoping to create insight, spontaneity, and a lot of fun through the challenge. The challenge is about promoting the blind loyalty trust, and my book called Blind Loyalty, 101 Loyalty Concepts Radically Simplified. All profits from the book go towards the trust. We hope you enjoy the Blind Loyalty Challenge. So for today's Blind Loyalty Challenge, we combine Mexico with Cape Town, not because I'm in Cape Town and Rafa is in Mexico, but because Rafa is also in Cape Town. So I have Rafa Martinez. He is the global lead of MasterCard Loyalty Consultancy, and we're really happy to welcome you to the Blind Loyalty Challenge.
Thanks a lot, Amanda. Really happy to be here.
So we did actually let you off the hook very easily because we were going to do this live at the International Leaders in Loyalty Summit 2 weeks ago in Cape Town. So you've actually got the easier way out to do it behind a screen.
Wow, it should have been better. Like fire that in live.
Okay, we'll do that next time. So straight into it then. So chapter 76 of Blind Loyalty talks about the shift in frequent flyer programs and how they've moved from the rewarding flights effectively to more consolidation of everyday spend. So what is your best example of this consolidation in the frequent flyer world, in the aviation world?
I think historically it all came out from what Air Canada did at the moment and in spinning off their program. I mean, there are certain caveats of the results some years later, but I think the initial story is that they had their frequent flyer strategy and having like customers earning their points and redeeming their points for flights. But I think they got this sense that people were doing other things on a daily basis that could eventually be fueling their like desire to travel, and thus connecting those audiences to new partners, to say so they can like enhance their speed in earning and getting to the rewards faster. So it was a great gateway for the frequent flyers in order to and like grow their value prop of their programs, take it out of their airline like ecosystem, and finding what their customers were doing on a daily basis and saying, okay, you're going to fuel your tank, you're getting points for your next travel. You're going to buy groceries, you can get points for your next travel. So I think there were the pioneers there. I happened to be part of the project that did that in Mexico with our Mexico, and they were partners in that joint venture. So we learned a lot from them. They were great mentors in doing that part, and I guess they are to be rewarded as the pioneers in the space.
Great. I haven't actually tracked that. So I've very much watched American Airlines and IAG, and we obviously had Rob McDonald talking at the conference. So great, another one to look out for. So second question, chapter 65 talks about payment linked loyalty. And I know this is something you gave an incredible keynote on co-branded cards. What do you believe, for the folks out there who don't necessarily understand the difference? Are they different, payment linked loyalty versus co-brand?
Yeah, and that's a very good one. The co-brand itself, it's a card that it's a partnership between a brand and an issuer. So they like issue a new card linked to the actual brand loyalty program, and eventually all the benefits that are being used by the card are fueled by the card whenever you're using it. The issuer is paying those in order to like be added to your normal brand account, let's say. So it could be an airline, it could be a hotel, it could be a retailer. So eventually, it's the issuer who's taking upon the rewards and the value prop of the brand, so they can issue a new card and be able to tap into that brand's audience. So that's the co-brand, and the payment linking technology is how you're using the vehicle of a card in order to be identifying a member through your normal general purpose card. whenever you are using that in any merchant, eventually you are identified there, and this linking network can identify you've been purchasing there, and thus like adding rewards that establishment is paying to the program. So let's say it's a way to create a partnership structure, basically tapping on the card payment network that's already existing there. I think there's a huge potential yet to be exploited there, because that's a great way to connect a member ID to a transaction. It's something that's already happening in the payment network, and it's one of the hardest things to achieve in a loyalty program, especially when services are provided offline, where you have to connect that transaction to a member ID. So it's been explored. Some parts are doing it very well. Some vendors are actually offering that service as a payment linking technology, so you can start creating your partnership network. But yet, I think there's a lot of work to be done in that space to create more more value prop to the loyalty member.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, thanks for the clarity. I mean, it's not always so obvious if you're not so informed on it. So very, very useful. Okay, the last one's easy for you. What is your favorite loyalty KPI?
KPI. That's an interesting one. I'm gonna go to the simplest one, because everything starts there. Whenever you are having your member acquisition, so the penetration of sales, that means all the customers you can start seeing. So, I mean, you can go for conversion, you can go for ROI, but everything starts from the customers that you have and you can track. Once you have that, I mean, then the next step is what you do with it. No, and I think the design with purpose to create the loyalty effect on those members is what really matters. But everything starts from the customers you have. So we have a very recent example with one of our customers that really you can see them as a very successful program, but they are struggling to see what's outside of their membership base, because they have an offline interaction, and they can only tag their sales to identify what customers in people who's only within the program. So that's extremely powerful. You can see this company being massive, one of the greatest examples in loyalty, but they struggle to see what's outside their program. So the value for them for having members and be able to start generating the information to do the rest of the loyalty strategy is extremely powerful. So I will go with that one.
I'll always give a big hands up for anything that's simple. It's the title of our book. And on the discussion of the book, actually, a big thank you to you and your team. I know you purchased copies for your whole team, and we had a wonderful session where we talked through the blind loyalty story. So it's just wonderful that we've reached Mexico, and you've brought Mexico to Cape Town. So thank you, Rafa. Who would you like to tag next for me to chat to?
So I want to tag a good friend and former colleague of ours, whose name is Bruce Lahus. And Bruce has a great experience in the loyalty landscape. He was former head of loyalty at New Zealand, and then IHG Hotels. So Bruce has experience being a consultant, operator, and he's one of these persons that has massive passion for loyalty and a great way to transmit it and convey it. So I will definitely want to see Bruce taking the blind loyalty challenge.
Taking the hit of blind loyalty challenge.
Yeah, of course.
Great. Well, I love meeting new people, and he's from the travel industry as well, so that's always such a bonus. So thank you so much, Rafa, and enjoy the rest of your fabulous time here in Cape Town. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Thanks for hosting me, Amanda, and looking for more of this great info and knowledge that you're sharing with the industry.